Alright, so for this tech demo, I am going to be using the application or website called Seesaw. So about this case study, Mr. Jackson is a 9th grade English language arts teacher. His students will be reading a novel of their own choice, and they will be presenting an in-class oral presentation using PowerPoint slides and index card with speaker notes to give their oral presentation to the class. So they're able to read off these speaker notes to know what they're going to say for the class. Mr. Jackson will then watch each student's presentation, collect their notes and a printed version of their slides. And then Mr. Jackson wants to assess the students' understanding of character and thematic development as well as their oral presentation skills. Some of the goals Mr. Jackson has is that he wants to formally assess how well students are able to analyze character and thematic development in their own novels that they read. He also wants to assess the students' oral presentation skills. These two skills need to be deeply and accurately assessed. He wants the students to be able to learn from one another. So as the students listen to each other's presentations, they will take notes so they can write a paper after summarizing how these literary elements were used throughout the novels. Mr. Jackson also wants to be able to give students detailed feedback about their literary analysis and their oral presentations. The students hate standing up in front of the class to give an oral presentation because of anxiety, or they just don't like to give presentations. That's one of the bigger challenges that Mr. Jackson has. He announces the assignment and everybody's like, oh, I don't want to do that. And the students also find it boring to sit there all hour and watch every person give their presentation. Another challenge is that Mr. Jackson tried having the students do an art project instead of the oral presentation, but it was more difficult for him to assess their literary analysis skills and their oral presentation skills that way. It's also difficult for the students to remember everything from all the students' presentations, and students can try to write something down and then not pay attention to what the presenter is actually saying. It's also difficult for the students to remember everything from all the students' presentations. The assignment takes up a lot of class time, a lot of index cards accumulate, and it's hard to keep track and grade of all the slides. So by the end of the day, Mr. Jackson's going to have a whole big stack of index cards and a whole big stack of slides that he has to go through and grade. Some benefits of Seesaw is that the application works with Chrome or Microsoft, and then it's kind of relatable to Google Classroom, but I feel like there's just a little more that you can do with Seesaw than Google Classroom, but it could also help Mr. Jackson with his situation. Students are able to upload a photo, drawing, video, document, note, or a link to their page and other students' pages. Students are able to view all of the other students' uploads. It is accessible at any time in any place. Videos can be uploaded and rewatched whenever you feel like it, so if you need to pause, rewind, do whatever you need to make sure you have all the information, you can surely do that. Students and teachers are able to leave notes on students' pages, and everything is time-stamped. So if you need something done by a specific time, you can for sure get that. You can for sure know when everything is turned in. The teachers can add multiple classes, like with Google Classroom. Students join by using the class code. Every post made has to be approved by the teacher before the other students can see it. So that way you don't have students trying to be silly or goofy and make bad or rude or mean comments. So it's a safe place for everybody to put their information on. Students can also post their notes about each presentation on their own page. So we'll get into this more later, but you can upload a note, and you can either type your note out, like there's a note section, or you can take a picture and upload your notes or whatever. And then you can also create folders for any project. So for this case, for Mr. Jackson, he can have his folder, and he can put one in every student, and you can name it Oral Presentation 1, just in case he has to do more in the future. Okay, but now we're going to get into how to actually use Seesaw. So what you are going to do, you're first just going to open up your Google, and then you're going to type in Seesaw up here, and then you're going to click enter. After you click enter, you're going to click on this. You're going to click on this link right here, and that's going to take you exactly where we need to go. And then if right now, if I were to press login, it would just take me straight to my account, and it would not have me go through the process. So for now, we're just going to press teacher sign up free. And then if you are a teacher, you would say I'm a teacher, I'm a student, or I'm a family member, because another good thing about Seesaw that I forgot to include is that you can have the family members, like parents or guardians, on this app, so they can see what they're doing in school, and they can watch the presentation and anything else that they need. Then you would type in first name, last name if you have not signed up, but if you already have one, you can press sign in, and you type in your whole thing, and then you press teacher sign in, or create teacher account. You can also sign in with Google or with a class link. And then, okay, so after I log in, this is the page that I get. So, if you're able to see, so down here, act like these students aren't in here yet. We're going to say they're not in it. Or if I just want to add more. So I'm going to click on add students. And then they are going to get this code. You can put this on the board, or you can email the students with these instructions so they know how to do it. And then once you have those students in your class, then you can have your students start uploading their assignments. So this is a student view, because I see student up here. So right now I am on my student page, because I am under my name. So next I'm going to go to, after you press this green add button, that's how you're going to upload any information. You're going to go to upload, and then once you hover over it, it'll be put into color instead of black and white. And then for now, I have my video saved, so we're going to act like the students have already recorded their presentation with their slides, and they can record the slide at home if they want to, and they can use the application I'm using right now, which is Screencast-O-Matic. They can record it on that, so they're at home in their own privacy, and they don't have to worry about having that anxiety or doing it in front of class. So after they record it and have it on the computer, then you can press select from computer, and mine was right here. I'm uploading previous tech demo. Then I would press open, and then this is what it'll pop up. It's really cool because you can add text, microphone, camera, or you can record over it, you can talk over it, or others, but I don't need to do that, so I'm just going to press the check, and then it'll appear here. And notice up here it says waiting for teacher approval. That means the teacher still has to look over it and make sure everything is all good. And then we're back on the teacher view. So you can see down here it says one unapproved post. So then you'll click review. Maybe. You'll click review, and then approve one post. You have the option to approve, send back, or delete it. So I just pressed approve all, whatever. And then you go, now this is what it looks like after the teacher has approved it. We are still on teacher view. Now I am going to upload my slides. I'm going to upload my slides. So for that, we're going to press select from computer. And then I'm going to click on, oh, not from my computer. This is on my drive. So I'm going to go to select from Google Drive. And then I'm going to click it, select, and then my slides will pop up. Then I'm going to press the check mark up in the top corner. And then same thing, waiting for teacher approval. And then the teacher will go through, same thing as last time, we'll go through and approve it. And then this is what your teacher page looks like after you have approved it. And now you can go on here and you can see, I know for this slide I had more than 20 pages. I think I had 21 pages. So if you press view original, it'll prompt you to the PDF with the slides, and you can see it has all of the desired slides on it. And then we go back to student view. So what we're going to do next is have students comment. So if you click this comment button right here, you can type in whatever you would like. I'm now on I'm under this student, but I'm commenting on this student's folder, so that's why it's like that. So I type whatever, I press post, you can also record or whatever. And then still again pending approval, so the teacher goes through the approval process again. Notice it's got that timestamp on that too. And then once the teacher approves it, that is no longer there. And then here is where this student who just watched my tech demo too, they're going to upload their notes. So same thing, they're going to go back to add. And notes, you can type notes or upload. But we're going to go notes, and it'll pop up with this notebook. And then you'll type in whoever's video, and then whatever you want to say, check mark. And then once you're done with the check, you can have the option to record or edit your note and go and check it again. And then same thing, once the teacher approves it, it'll look like this, all good and approved. And then if we want to go and upload through a picture, we can go back to our page, press add. Then you can click, this time we would click upload, and then we'd find that file in our computer. So Seesaw has helped Mr. Jackson because it gives, with the option to watch the presentations over and over, Mr. Jackson will be able to formally assess the students' oral presentation skills, and students can upload their speaker notes and notes about other students' presentations to their page, either by using the notes option on Seesaw or by taking a picture of their notes in their notebook and uploading it to their page. The students can also upload their final paper Mr. Jackson wants them to write on to their page. Mr. Johnson can give detailed feedback along with the grade by commenting on their oral presentation. And if he wanted to give the feedback, if he wanted the feedback to be a little more private, then he could simply email his students individually and send them an announcement through Seesaw that emails were sent out. Mr. Johnson can look back at their slides and deeply and accurately assess how well the students analyze character and thematic development. Also, the students no longer have to stand up in front of the class and give their oral presentation. This helps eliminate any anxiety or retaliation from the students. The students are also able to watch their presentations on their own and at home and in class, so they aren't wasting the entire class time watching every single presentation. Mr. Jackson doesn't need to change up his plan anymore, and he's able to deeply analyze his students' work. Students are able to pause, rewind, and rewatch their peers' presentation, so they can accurately remember their information and write their paper about it. And Mr. Jackson no longer has to have piles of index cards and paper slides. And everything is available on Seesaw in each student's individual account and folder. So this is all why I think Seesaw is a great application, because you can have parents, students, and teachers involved, and it doesn't have to stay inside the classroom. Thank you.